All right, Anthony Hartwig here. We are back with more Boardman cross country, preparing for that Spartan Invitational that we're so excited for on Saturday. Drew Kornbach joining us today from Boardman Senior. Drew, thank you so much for taking the time joining us today.
Of course.
Drew, it is your last chance as a senior to run for Boardman. Talk about what that's been like for you and some of the things that go through your head knowing that it's the last ride.
I mean, it's been great, and it's my senior year, so every race that goes by, it's just time just gets slimmer and slimmer. So you just got to give it your all every chance you get.
When you go into your senior year, it's the last ride. What kind of goals are you setting? What kind of things do you want to do before you graduate?
I want to make top 25 times in the school's history.
When you think about that, what kind of work goes into that? I mean, I know it's a program with a lot of history and a lot of good runners that come through it. So talk about the work that you've put yourself in to try to get yourself into that top 25.
Consistency is definitely a big thing when it comes to cross country overall. So I've really just trying to be like as consistent as I can be. So
When we talk about passion for the sport, and I think cross country and track runners, especially the long distance runners, you got to have a passion for it because you're literally pushing your body to points where it doesn't want to go. We'll talk about your start in the sport and when you found yourself having this passion for running.
I started running in seventh grade, and to be honest, I wasn't really too excited about it. But then I kept running until about sophomore year when I first ran my first varsity race at districts. And that was really when it started setting in because I realized that I could have some potential.
So take us through that time when, like you said, you weren't extremely excited about it, but you kept coming to it. So what kept you coming back, even though you weren't super passionate about it yet?
I just really wanted to improve in the sport, and I wasn't the best runner when I started, but I didn't want to stay like that. So I just pushed myself until I got to a higher place.
Now, I'm also sure that the people kept you coming back, right? The people that you ran with and that you've been running with since you were in seventh grade. Talk about this senior group, this senior class of runners, and what it's been like to be on this journey with them.
It's been like once in a lifetime opportunity. I've been running with some of them for a very long time, and they're all great support. And I couldn't really see myself running with any other group of people.
What do you think makes this group so special? I mean, we see a lot of great runners come through Boardman, especially the senior class. What makes them so successful and special to you?
We are very close in terms of like placing, so we do push each other a lot to not only be better, but to hang with like a higher group. So definitely, like, I mean, yeah, it could be competition at times, but we really just push each other to our limit. So it really works out.
I mean, sometimes when we talk to seniors, maybe they're in a small senior class and they have to put a lot of responsibilities of leadership on their shoulder. But you have a lot of seniors with you, so what's it like to be able to kind of share that responsibility load and not feel like the whole the whole responsibility of leading the whole program is all on your shoulders?
Um, it's if it's a really big responsibility, but I also have a little brother on the team who's a freshman, so that kind of made me just like step up to try to be the best leader that I can be.
What are some of your best attributes as a leader? You think? What are some things that you bring to that leadership table?
I think I have a lot of passion when it comes to this, just the sport overall, and I try to be the best like supporter for my other teammates if I'm not racing. So
Outside of your little brother, who we'll talk about in a little bit, who are some other younger runners that you think you've put under your wing a little bit and you've helped grow and that you're going to watch their career after you graduate and be proud that you were a little bit of a part of it?
it's just definitely like overall, just like the freshman class and some of the guys who are newer to the sport, because we do have some like sophomores who are new. So I definitely just try to be like the best, not only teammate, but the best friend I can be, because the sport may be a little bit like hard and time consuming when you first start it.
When you reflect on your time as a freshman coming into Boardman for the first year, what were some experiences that you went through that you take now and you help the current freshmen get through?
The senior class definitely showed a lot of leadership that year, and they also were just the best support. As a freshman, I definitely needed that. since I went into the sport not really looking forward to it, and it definitely helped. And I want to do that for this freshman class, like just kind of pass it down.
Let's talk about the 1 year you get running with your little brother and what that means to you and what that's been like so far this season.
It means a lot to see him be able to grow in the sport that I've been doing for so long, and it's also really great to just like push him, like like always telling him to try his best, and I know he does. So
In what ways are you guys similar, and then in what ways are you guys different?
definitely, like, I'm more usually concerned on like how to improve my times. Like, I really want to PR this year since I am a senior. He is definitely trying to get to like a higher level, like the varsity level, which is good, but as a freshman it might be a little more difficult.
All right, so let's talk about your schoolwork. You're a senior. You've had an impressive GPA throughout your whole high school career. What has pushed you in the classroom, and what are some things that you have really found success in, and things that, study habits and ways to learn that you think have really worked for you?
Being a student athlete and not really having a lot of like spare time, it also comes with like you have to keep up with your work, and that's definitely helped the past 4 years. Like, I've just been really consistent with all my schoolwork, and I try to get the best grades that I can get to be able to get into a good college for a good program.
You look at, like you said, the time that it takes. I'm sure it takes a lot of discipline to get your stuff done on time and to make sure you're setting yourself up for success. Have you always been a very organized person and always disciplined your schoolwork, or do you think you've had to grow in that throughout your high school career?
There's definitely been lower points, especially with me being involved in other stuff besides sports, but I definitely like picked it up over the years, and I just realized that like these grades count, like every single little thing counts. So that's definitely been like my motivation to just keep doing your schoolwork, keep consistent with it.
Talk about those other things that you're a part of outside of cross country that keep you, invested in Boardman school system and things you're involved in around the school.
I am involved in choir and drama, and rehearsals, they are long and they are time consuming and they are almost every single day of the week. So it's definitely hard some days to keep up with your work, but it's just motivation because you don't want to just slip off. And
What has been your favorite production and drama to be a part of so far?
I've only been a part of one, and that was our production of Jekyll and Hyde last year.
Better be your favorite then, right?
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to do this year for it?
Just being with my friends. I mean, I have a lot of great friends in cross country, but I also have a lot of great friends there. So it's just a way to just be able to see them before I graduate.
Now we also have to talk about your future. You're going to graduate. You're going to go off to do great things outside of Boardman. What are some of your plans after high school?
I don't think I'm gonna run in college, but I definitely want to go to college for occupational therapy, specifically pediatric occupational therapy.
What kind of drove you into wanting to be an occupational therapist?
When I was little, I actually had to take occupational therapy myself because I was born with a lot of like struggles. So I definitely just want to help little kids out with what I had to go through.
And do you have any idea where you want to go, or even like if you want to travel, or if you want to stay close to home, that kind of thing?
I think I'm going to get my bachelor's in exercise sciences at YSU, and then I'm going to go to a larger school to try to get my master's and my doctorate in occupational therapy.
Awesome. We know those are great plans for you. Before we let you go, one of the things that we like to do with these player profiles is give you the chance to kind of take the limelight off yourself. We've been talking about you for a while. Let's talk about the support system, the people that are in your corner. Want to give you the chance to give out your shout outs and your thank yous to all the people that support you that you wouldn't be here without, and you wouldn't have been able to get to where you are without them.
I would just like to thank my parents because there are low points in any sport, and they've just always been there. My coaches, they're always just putting me back up on my feet and telling me how to improve on down days. My teammates for being some of the best friends and best support systems that I could have, and just my friends in school who sometimes don't really know a lot about the sport in general, but they're just there. So.
Drew, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us about your senior season. We appreciate it. We wish you the best of luck the rest of the way, and we can't wait to talk to you again real soon.
Thank you so much.